Hi guys, welcome to Earth to Rosita. So today I'm feeling very inspired to talk about part 1, spiritual gaslighting. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm being pretentious in any way, and that I don't really know what I'm talking about. But this has been something that I've seen quite a lot in spiritual communities online. And though I don't think that people online are an accurate representation of every single person in the world, it's still very telling that a lot of spiritual people have this mindset. And the mindset is constant need for everything to have a love and light approach, and for them to have a love and light, all positive mentality. Now, I've spoken about the concept of the toxicity that comes with having a 24-hour positivity mentality, and I've explained in previous videos why it's toxic. But now I'm going to talk about spiritual gaslighting. Now, what is gaslighting? Just as a psychological term, it is by definition, I believe it is when a person manipulates their victim into questioning their own sanity. Not only their own sanity, but entire reality as a whole. Now, the reason why I am bringing this up in particular is because this runs rampant throughout spiritual communities, and normally wouldn't really bother me because at the end of the day, it is just their process, and they will be awakened to truth at one point or another. But the reason why it bothers me right now is because this gaslighting kind of extends out to people, spiritual communities, avoiding or just dismissing real troubles in the world. And I've seen this mentality extended out to all sorts of problems in the world. Not just things that I consider problems, but things that are objectively a problem, poverty, racism, sexism, homelessness, speciesism, things that are a true problem in the world, but the dark side to life being a problem in the world. But spiritual people dismiss these problems because it doesn't fit into their perfect idea of reality, that everything is perfect as it is. One of the biggest problems that spiritual communities often run into when they just start getting into kind of Buddhist philosophies is that it's almost like a honeymoon phase for them. And because they found this very enlightening worldview that ultimately nothing matters and everything happens for a reason, it gives them a free pass to just conclude that everything in the world is perfect, when that is very much not the case in reality, and there are lots of issues that need to be addressed. I feel that these things become a real problem within spiritual communities when you try to speak about injustices happening in the world and they shut it out and say that everything is perfect when everything is in fact not perfect. Listen, we live in, like, the system that we live in is the duality of yin and yang. So the world operates within this system, within the system of yin and yang, within the system of dark and light. And to deny that there is a darkness is to deny that there is a moon, that there is a night. And the irony of this is that they're trying to gaslight you into believing that everything is sunshine and rainbows, when it is not. I think that came out wrong. I don't actually know exactly what I just said, because I got really heated, but I think what I was trying to get at is that they try, like, within this gaslighting technique, obviously, that comes with them deflecting your criticisms of the world and their world views and saying that maybe it's just the way I perceive things, or it's just what I am paying attention to, when there are so many things that we can pay attention to. Realistically, this is the information age, we have all of this information handed to us. Yes, I see the light side, like, seeing the light side to reality does not take away the dark side to reality. I honestly think that is why these highly spiritual, love and light people do this gaslighting tactic. This registered psychological abuse is because there are more problems in the world than there are good things happening in the world. 2020 has been a very strange year, and it's really unraveled a lot of issues that were hidden, and like our blinders are being taken off. And I think that spiritual people in particular have a very big role to play in trying to educate themselves on these things. And all are all spiritual, but I feel like there is something about spiritual people that makes them feel more connected to, like, the divine feminine aspect to things. They are a bit more aware than maybe like the average Joe, or they're more aware. Obviously, they're definitely more aware than like most middle-aged people that are Trump supporters or Joe Biden supporters. They're more woke, I suppose. Well, actually, that just, like, they have the potential to be more woke. They're not more woke, because that just diminishes everything that I said in this video, because there are spiritual people who gaslight and say that there's no problems in the world. But they have the potential to educate themselves on the problems in the world. Of that spirituality, they have a connectedness to the earth and higher meaning to things than, you know, just like a person who doesn't take spiritual practice seriously at all. So I suppose my message to you is, if this triggered you or this offended you, this video that somehow found its way to you, really analyze your practice and analyze your way of thinking, and try to, like, see if you do this yourself. Like, one of the main things that are a red flag is thinking that everything is perfect as it is. Like, even if in the grand scheme of things the universe is perfect as it is and we're all just like blimps on this planet, we're not at the same time if you think about it. And if, like, the human species all died and the universe just went on and did its own thing, at the same time, like, we're not all dead, are we? We're on the verge to something. We're always moving forward to something. Evolution is always happening, and it's evolution and the carrying on of this experience as a human species, existing and seeing everything through the lens of the human experience. There's a reason why it keeps on going on, and we need to take that seriously. We need to, like, work harder as spiritual beings to evolve. We need to work harder as spiritual beings to heal ourselves, because our healing is the world's healing. The earth's healing is our healing. We're all interconnected with the state of the world. My final word is, if this found you triggered, please stop the gaslighting. Please stop the gaslighting. The spiritual gaslighting, the overly positive gaslighting needs to stop. Okay? We're in the middle of the pandemics. Like, we're in the middle of a pandemic. We have all of these movements going on that are seeking justice. The world is not perfect right now. Maybe your world is perfect, but that is not an accurate representation of the entire world. And, you know, like, exposing yourself to the dark side to the world is going to be harsh, and I'm not saying that you necessarily have the responsibility to do something, but if you feel like you have the responsibility, then go with that. If you see one of these movements, whether it's the Black Lives Matter movement, whether it's the animal liberation movement, whether it's, I don't know, like helping homelessness, helping poverty, helping starving children, you need to, like, trust that. Trust that you have this longing to change. Longing for change in the world, and be the change, you know, spread awareness the best that you can, and don't get down. If you feel like you have exposed yourself to injustices of the world, but you can't actively go out there and do something, your phone is your weapon now. You know, spread information, talk to people about all of these things. Okay, so that's all that I have to say. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you liked what I said, give this video a like, and if you liked this video, give me a subscribe, or just browse through my videos, and then decide if you want to subscribe. And if you don't, then I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have a lovely day or night. Bye, guys!